This is gonna be weird. So, you don't know Jack, the book. So, I got this book a while ago, probably like a couple years ago, from a bookstore type thing that I don't think exists anymore. So, how about let's read the back. You played the game on CD-ROM. Oh boy, you can tell how old this book is. Now try the one and only book version. So you think you're some kind of trivia expert, smarty pants? Yeah, you, the big shot with the book. You think you know trivia books. Well, let us tell you something, pal. You don't know Jack. Get ready for a blitzkrieg of twisted trivia in the game where high culture and pop culture collide. Prepare yourself to face more than 100 absolutely irrelevant, all-whacked, action-packed questions in categories ranging from ancient gods and bean dip to come aboard torches waiting for you. There's everything from basic multiple-choice questions to gibberish, dis or dat, and Jack Attack questions. Like the CD-ROM version, you can use the book by yourself or play one of the complete games included against your friends, like you have any. So buy it, try it, and if it's too hard for you, don't come crying to us. Because believe us when we tell you, you don't know Jack. Also available if you still have an ego left to crush, You Don't Know Jack, the TV book. And if you're good at other trivia games, it don't mean Jack now. So, there are 10 games, and I guess I'd hope to get done with about half of them in this video. And, as we start to go through the book, so you can see 10 games in there, and of course the introduction. It does explain the rules, but I can probably do it better because it's really basic and whatever. There are points involved, but of course you have to keep track of that yourself. And, I'll tell you what they are, so you don't have to really... You don't have to be like, hey, how much is each of these worth when you don't truthfully know. And then, you can't, obviously screw anyone unless you're actually going to be playing with somebody else, but I don't really know the words. I believe, you can look at this and be like, hey, here you go. If you want to try to figure out what, screwing does. Okay. And, I will give a little bit of time before telling the answer for you to pause if you need more than a little bit, but I'm going to try to go through it just as quickly. So, game 1. Now let's start. So, obviously we have question order here. So, multiple choice are worth 2 points, and, you can just pause you can just pause at any point and be like, hey, this is what the answer is. But I will also go through and read all of them. Twinkies older than Christ. If these foods were made on the birth date of the historical figure on their labels, which one would have the oldest born-on date? A. Snack cakes from Dolly Madison. B. Frozen pizza from the Red Baron. C. Beer from Samuel Adams. Or D. Popcorn from Orville Redenbacher. So, give you a second to pause, just make sure. And now here's the answer. C is the answer. American Revolutionary leader Sam Adams was born in 1722 and poured his last beer in 1803, and if you've opened his coffin lately, you'd agree that he is definitely skunked. Which I will tell you that 1803 is definitely before certain people, especially like the Red Baron, were even born yet. Okay, next up. Hash-slinging sculptures. If the famous statue called the Aphrodite of Milos applied for a waitressing job position at Hooters, what might prevent her from getting the job? A. She's shy about showing her skin. B. Her breasts are too big. C. She can't carry a tray properly. Or D. She loses her head with the customers. And I would like to say that, this may get a little bit weird. There may be a lot of weird things. Anyways, the correct answer is C again. She can't carry a tray properly. She's got no arms, so, but odds are if her shirt tight enough, Hooters patrons wouldn't even notice. I forgot to mention that some of these answers aren't exactly the normal type of thing I'd have on my channel, and also I'd like to clear up that I didn't come up with any of these. They are in the book on the back of these pages, but to show you them I'd have to show you answers for future questions, and I don't want to do that, so yeah, I have it written down elsewhere so I can say them. Whatever. Next, gibberish. So, originally, if you were to give this question to somebody else, or have somebody give it to you, you would get 4 points if you... Okay, well, gibberish is they give you something, and basically it's like, you know, they give you like basic stuff, and they give you some sort of weird sentence. And if you were... Okay. Basically, all the words tend to rhyme with with what's actually on there. And if you were to get it without any hints, or one of these 3 down here that you can clearly see without me even trying, you were going to get 4 points. Using 1 hint would get you 3, 2, and then 1 points. So, yeah. But obviously, I'm just going to give you all the hints, and you can get 4 points if you finish, or if you get it correct. Well, I'm not going to give you them. You'll give yourself the points. So, drinking and bladder control. With what classic childhood tune does this phrase rhyme? Dingle tinkled in a bar. Oh boy. Hint 1, they're like diamonds in the sky. Hint 2, but they aren't Lucy. And hint 3, get out your telescope for this song. And the answer is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I'm pretty sure you would have expected that one. That's why it's probably one of the easier ones. But yeah, you can see that the answers are on the back here, and then, you know, the gibberish questions usually say a little sentence, but it's like, I don't really care about them. Anyways, let's move on. Question 4. Vacation plans for obsessive compulsives. You love to travel and are obsessed with hygiene products. Which of the following is not actually something you can do? A. Take a cruise to the Ivory Coast. B. Climb the lava flows of Kamei, or I don't know. C. Drink with zest from an Irish spring. Or D. Stay home and listen to your dial tone. And the answer is B. Unfortunately, you can't climb the lava flows of Kamei because there's no such place as Kamei. But if there were, it would be the most kissably soft place in the whole world. Next, question 5. Revenge of the Birds. If a flock of revenge-seeking turkeys knocks you down and makes a wish on you, if they use your anatomical equivalent of a wishbone, what will they rip out of your body? A. Your humerus. B. Your coccyx. C. Your patella. Or D. Your clavicle. And the answer is D. The crazed fowl are going to take your clavicle or collarbone, which is roughly equivalent to a turkey's wishbone. That's pretty bad, but it's nothing compared to what they're going to do with the stuffing. Wah, wah, ah. Next, come aboard. Torture's waiting for you. Suppose the Love Boat's Captain Stubbing gets sick and tired of Gopher's antics and decides to keelhaul him. How will Gopher be punished? A. Forced to sit naked on the poop deck. B. Made to walk the plank. C. Dragged under the ship from side to side. Or D. Tied to the anchor. And the answer is C. In order to keelhaul Gopher, Captain Stubbing would have to drag him back and forth underneath the ship. Hate, exciting and new. Oh my goodness. Again, it's like, it's so weird. I don't even understand that. Okay, next. Gimme a Kissy Lurleen. Let's say Richard Dawson travels back in time to 1873 to host the famous family feud between the Hatfields and the McCoys. Wow. Which historical event should kick off the very first show? A. A Hatfield chops up a McCoy's still. B. A McCoy elopes with a Hatfield's daughter. C. A Hatfield wrecks a McCoy's new buggy. Or D. A McCoy accuses a Hatfield of hog theft. And the answer is D. According to 100 surveyed historians, an accusation of hog theft started the feud. Of course, the show won't really kick off until Richard Dawson kisses all the Hatfield and McCoy women and gets about 100 bullets put in him. Moving along. And thus God smote annoying creatures. According to the book of Genesis, on what day would God have rested if he had decided not to create Barney? A, the first day, B, the fourth day, C, the sixth day, or D, the seventh day? And the answer is C. On the sixth day, God created all the creatures that walked upon the land. And on the seventh day, God put Satan in charge of television programming. Okay. Pretty valid. I was a grammar school junkie. If you were actually hooked on phonics, what would you need to do for your next fix? A. Write in shorthand. B. Learn the Greek alphabet. C. Spell words without vowels. Or D. Study the sounds of words. And the answer is D. Phonics is the study of word sounds. But don't do it to yourself, man. Next you'll be getting wasted on linguistics. And then grammar. Before you know it, you'll be out on the street corner begging for schwa. Or for a schwa. Next is dis or dat. Now, for each dis or dat that you get right, well, you have a bunch of things here, and you have to choose between the options that they give you on the top. And for each one you get right, you get 1 point. Yeah, for each one you get right, you get 1 point. So, tough yet sensitive. Schwarzenegger movie, condom, or both? 1. Predator. 2. The Terminator. C. Magnum. 4. Pumping Iron. 5. Red Heat. 6. Commando. And 7. Rough Rider. Make sure you understand what you're getting at here. Pick one. You can pick both, because, obviously, there could be some that are both. I mean, I will tell you that there is at least one, so, there you go. This is also one of the only ones that actually is like, hey, there's both of them. Or there is one that has both. Or one or more that has both. Anyways, number 1 is a movie. Number 2 is also a movie. Number 3 is a condom. Number 4 is a movie. Number 5 is also a movie. Number 6 is both. And number 7 is a condom. Probably kind of, whatever. Now we get into Jack Attack, one of the most weird things. Jack Attack, there is also 7 things, and for each one you get right, you get 7 points. So, you get 2 points each. So, if you were to get this one right, you would get 2 points. If you were to get all of them right, you get 14. So, technically, it's the most useful thing to get right. Now, that's what they used to call me. So, basically just the previous name of something important enough in 1988. So, this is the name before the current 1998 name. Anyways, so I'm going to go through each of these things, then I'm going to go through each of these. So, Palestine. Number 1, Palestine. 2, the Silver Beetles. 3, Sugar Smacks. 4, Persia. 5, Datsun. 6, Valerie. 7, Rhodesia. Okay. Is one of them the Bible? Alice, Saudi Arabia, Toyota, Nissan, Cereal, Mod, Smacks, Junebugs, Golden Crisp, Crickets, Volkswagen, Africa, Digum, Hammer, Tanzania, the Hogan family, Sugar Bear, Egypt, Middle East, the artist formerly known as the Silver Beetles, Zimbabwe, Iran, the Beatles, My Two Dads, Israel, and Istanbul. So, now you have a little bit of time to come up with your answers. Alright, here's your time. So, number 1, Palestine, is Israel. Number 2, the Beatles. Number 3, Smacks. Number 4, Iran. Number 5, Nissan. Number 6, the Hogan family. Number 7, Zimbabwe. And that's it for the first game. You can see all the answers on the back of here. So, if you got 36 points or better, you did okay. And then this is the different score. This is the different, score things. So you can see what your score is and compare it to this. Make sure you got it correct. Okay, well... Okay, so this took considerably longer than I expected it to. So next time we come back, we will hopefully do more than one game, because I did have to do a lot of explaining and beginning and all that stuff. So hopefully I can get more than one game done per episode, because otherwise that would be kind of dumb. But whatever. Game 2 coming up next time.